The intent is just to have a kind of fun major kickoff stream, show the weather. Ideally stables would be willing to pop up with whoever's hosting it and talk a little bit, and I got screwed, or the weather hit perfect, or whatever, that kind of thing. And look at this horse, and with that information, here's this. And so it's just a way to kind of kick off major week. It's a slower day as far as that goes. As far as free rolls, obviously we have the big premier events in the morning. Next season there'll be 2 for each on that final day, one on either side of 50% weather. So it's just a way to kind of kick off the season. Certainly need to streamline and clean up a few things around it, obviously, which we're always trying to do. But that's the intent, anyways.
So how does it actually work? Is it that the weather is totally unknown until race time, and you spin a wheel and whatever it lands on is then going to be the weather for the race? Is that what it is?
So the weather gets automated within the game. It just actually reveals what it's going to be at while they're on stream. So the time for the race to opens up while they're on, so you see what the weather is at.
Oh, okay. So it's not, let's spin a wheel, and if it comes up sloppy, okay, it's going to be sloppy, and then so it just
doesn't even go to that level. It just tells us the percentage. The actual track condition is something that we, unless we go into every individual race, never actually see. So that's, again, when something shows up as 60%, I couldn't tell you what it's actually going to roll weather-wise.
Right.
So that's, so it just pulls up the percentage is what's going to be shown, that the Harbor Classic's going to be at whatever the percentage is, and that'll hit when it gets revealed. And those get kind of set earlier that day, as far as what we kind of lock those in earlier that day in the background, so that they're set for that.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, but you're right. Weather is a huge, huge deal, like crazy huge deal. All right, so we got weather reveal tomorrow. We've got Kentucky Oaks on Tuesday. That was nice that you all brought that back, because we had it and then it went away for a couple seasons, right? And now it came back. Is it going to stay for next season when you make the changes?
I'm glad you asked that question, Troy. Yes, it is. And we're actually expanding on the concept a little bit more next season with High Stakes Showdown. So what that'll be is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, before the undercard, before the majors run, there's going to be some High Stakes Showdown races. So they're bigger buy-in, but they also have the bigger crown stimmy. I want to say $300 worth. And what
kind of lost Bryce there for a second.
We did. All of a sudden he started like majoring, echoing, and then we lost him. Now we lost him completely.
What was the question again, Troy?
If we were going to, if Kentucky Oaks was going to stay for next season. Yeah, we lost him completely.
So he said he was they were actually expanding on it and having Wednesday, Thursday, Friday high stakes racing with some crown stimmies attached to it.
I didn't catch. Now I can't hear him at all. He was echoing. All of a sudden, he just started like massively echoing, and then we lost him.
And this is the part that I wanted to
now he completely dropped. Maybe he'll come back.
But the part that I do want to ask him, once he explains what we're expanding on within that Kentucky Oaks series, if nobody knows, do you care to explain what the Kentucky Oaks is?
So, yeah, sure. So the Kentucky Oaks, and I'm not an expert at Kentucky Oaks, but it's a filly championship race. It's only
can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Sorry about that. Not
no,
sure
you're fine. I'll have to. I need to add your camera back. Hold on, just a second here. Let me get you. Let me get you back on here. Yeah, you were talking, and then you started echoing like massively bad, and then you were gone.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, so the high stakes, I was able to hear you guys keep talking. So yeah, the high stakes showdown, it's not going to be fillies only, it'll be open, but you'll have 2 different archetypes running each night, and those are the ones that aren't affected by the time of it. So every archetype will have a high stakes showdown twice during the week. And so what that'll do is it'll hit obviously the distance funnel, and then it'll have a weather on either side. So everybody will have a very close to being the perfect race. So if you got a 7 furlong soft horse, you're going to have at least one soft race in the 7, 8, 9 pool kind of thing. So just a different way to get the top horses kind of in the spotlight. Call it a tune-up race for their major, or if it's already ran, they'll run after. So you'll see those hit the schedule, and it won't interfere with that archetype's major races. So they'll still be, so after the race, you'll be able to register for the major, and then be healthy enough if it ran the day before. So those are getting synced up just to add a little more fun there that final week where people are always looking to race and things slow down. Just some more high stakes races and content for people.
Cool. And then we've got third time championship on Wednesday, and, along with the rookie rally. So
Yep.
Rookie rally is for the new stables that have joined, right?
Yes.
So do they have to be new this season, or can they be new like last season, have yet to participate? Can they be new 3 seasons ago? How far back can a new stable earn entry?
Typically, it's kind of evolved a little bit where we've automated the process a little bit and not needed them to whitelist or sign up and stuff like that. So really, if this is your first season racing in paid racing, you're eligible. I still need to get that the stable whitelist built, and then as it gets closer to, because we realize that it's not everybody that plays is necessarily plugged in as much. So, but we want to make sure they get in there. So we'll make sure that stables get in there. But I was actually looking the other day, and I might actually have to create an extra race or two because we've had a bunch of new stables running their first season here. So I need to look at the exact number, but I might need extra spots. So we might be having an extra race or two, which would be great. That's a wonderful problem to have.
That is awesome. That is really a good problem to have. You're right. All right, so we got rookie rally with third time championship all kicking off on Wednesday. On Thursday, we've got the Harbor Classic. So people that are new to Photo Finish Live, the reason why we have these different days is because they're for different arch types. So the third time championship is which arch type, right? It's
third time is right dirt.
Right dirt. So third time championship is super competitive. They're all competitive, but that's really competitive. So you got right dirt on Wednesday. Harbor is what?
Harbor is left turf.
Left turf on Thursday. And then Friday is Artemis Cup, which is
right turf.
Right turf. And then we've also got 2-year-old Kingmakers for Friday. What's the Kingmaker? What is
that's a juvenile series right now. They're graded races, so kind of higher stakes races that just kind of gave options there. So this will be the last round of Kingmakers that run this season. So those will be wrapped up after this. So yeah, just some higher stakes competition levels for the juveniles.
So we won't have Kingmakers the next season. The Kingmakers series itself is going away.
That's correct. Because for juveniles, they're going to have the Rising Star series, and it's going to layout wise really kind of mimic the majors and the High Court Classic, where there's graded races, there's restricted races that all kind of qualify for the big thing. They've all got undercards at each of the funnels as well, and that's new for all of them actually. Where previously the undercards were at 10 and 6. Well, now they're one for the sprints, the gallops, and the classics at the end. So they all have an undercard that'll be available for them next season. And for all of them, all 3 series, instead of that season earnings being the qualifier and needing a minimum amount of stakes races and stuff, it's all on points. So all on qualifying points to get into the undercards as well. So it's one of those things that'll hopefully keep those horses kind of 20 to 50 on the leaderboard, still race and still trying to get up there so they can get into those undercards and still get a chance at some free money.
So I understand this, right? So the undercards there'll be undercards for the championship races. Is that what
Yep.
you're saying? Okay. So let's take Harbor Classic, for example. There'll be undercards leading up to the Harbor Classic. The qualifying for the undercards is what? Will they'll have their own separate series to qualify, or will they be
Nope.
like below the cut line of making the Arbor Classic itself? If you're below the cut line, then you made it to the undercard.
That's correct. They'll be under the cut line. So really, the top 20, yeah, you're in the major. If you're anywhere from 20 to 38, yeah, you're going to get into the undercard. Or if you get bounced, that means somebody higher up went to the undercard, jump in the major.
That's
so
freaking awesome.
So, yeah.
Love it.
So they're going to be synced up that way for, again, and that's for the majors. That's the high court. That's the juvenile series. They're all going to function that way. So it certainly will be important for people to keep racing, keep going.
That's awesome.
So just
I love that.
A lot of stuff in there. So let me just go back to what we started with. So Kingmakers goes away. Kingmaker used to be, I think, 4.4K or something around that amount for juveniles. That goes away. They're gonna have their own 3 funnels, 5, 8, and 10 as well. Is that what you're saying? And Rising Stars?
They're different fun. So the Rising Stars, they're going to be different. So for finals distances, the juvenile series is going to run at 6, 9, 12. The majors are at 5, 8, 11. The High Court Classic 4, 7, 10. So your horse is going to have its nuts distance at some point between its age 2 and 4 season. Qualifier in there for left dirt. The 11 and 10 are flipped around because of the Derby. But yeah, so the 6, 9, 12 will be the juvenile finals. And the undercards will be at 4, 7, 10. The 3-year-old series, 5, 8, 11. Undercards at 6, 9, 12. High Court Classic finals, 4, 7, 10. Undercards, 5, 8, 11. So every distance within the funnel, so the short distances or the long distances, they'll have a major. They'll have an undercard at some point in the 2, 3, 4 age series. So everybody eventually will be able to find their perfect distance for what they're wanting to do. So we have that built in for next season.
And again, to reiterate, no 8 stakes racing for Rising Star or any major championships. It just goes based on the points, and that's it, right?
Yep. It's all based on points, exactly. And it's the graded races are the higher buy-in points, down to the restricted, which are the lower buy-in, lower points, and even when there's the non-winner earnings based, they're even less. But yeah, they all go to the same leaderboard, and that leaderboard is used for both the majors and for the undercards.
I love it. Okay, I love it.
Just to go back to that again, undercards they're gonna stay on the same day?
Yes, they'll be running right. Yep, they'll be running right before the finals. So you'll have the undercards, and then the finals. Also, it sets up for a stream to work better that way.
And some of these will there be? I'm sorry, Troy, to cut you off. Just to finalize my thoughts, some of these questions are things that are already in the schedule. I don't know if there's could be something put out for people like myself that are not aware as to how to look up these sort of things in the schedule, like what program do you need to open the CSV file? Where do you go to download the CSV file? Because even myself, that I've used Photo Finish for a long time, I had a hard time just finding where to download the schedule from. You know what I mean? Like it didn't take me that long, but it took me 5 minutes. And I'm guessing somebody that doesn't know anything will have to go into the Discord or something. You know what I mean? It's not really upfront or like, hey, download it here so you can, and these are the steps as to how to filter, sort, what programs you maybe have to use. Go ahead.
And I would say that unless you're a hardcore spreadsheet guy, your best way to look at the next season, either schedule or really the series, is you go to the series page. You can change the series to the next season and click on the series that you're looking for, and you'll see all the qualifiers, when the finals are, that sort of thing. So we've been building that out there. But no, actually what you're saying there, sidebar, my goal task here this upcoming week is going to be doing a full review of all the LTP documents, the learn to play documents, getting them all synced up for what the changes are going to look like. And then we've got some different kind of dummy guides, I guess, for people starting in. Like one of them is going to be, all right, I've bought my first horse. It's a S horse. How do I run it? And then, say your best horses you want to run for the low stakes showdown. The next tier, maybe the allowance races, they still qualify, but they're generally less competition, or running the low claimers. So it's going to kind of highlight for them how to kind of run their horse based on the grade that it has. Just some very beginner basic guide stuff. So that's something that'll kind of roll in with that.
Yeah, and it just came up to my mind. Like, if you can suggest, like, when you're doing that type of stuff, like, probably offering. I know Ian said something about tips and the AI giving you tips, but if, like, at some point you have a horse that is an S horse, I think it would be best to kind of like tell the the new player, hey, this is what won last year. This is what you probably need to study, or this is the type of thing that can get you there, so they can actually study their path that they already had, kind of deal. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
what happened there? Was it a claimer? Was it this? Was it that? Just like a navigation as to uh, how it's already been done before. Just a couple scenarios, because one season you may have an outlier, another season you may have something that you're like, oh, I understand why that happened, and that's just horse racing. But I think that would be also a great implementation of.
Yeah, that's tough to do, to show specific examples, because, like you said, every season's a little bit different. I mean, there's some commonly believed things out there that some of the sharpest players take as fact that aren't fact.
I mean, but
so
at the end of the day,
the game theory part is always exactly, but the game theory part of that is really tough for us to definitively point anyone to, because it's not as clear cut as I think some think it is on a lot of things.
Okay.
Like, you can have the exact same looking horse under the hood that, for whatever reason, is performing vastly different, and what that reason is certainly part of the mystery. I know what you're saying. I agree.
Yeah.
There
and
needs
that
to
can be the
more
disclaimer at the bottom. Hey, this is the everything was whatever. But anyways, thank you so much for that. I'll let Troy continue on. I talked enough for right now. I was gonna ask another question about the majors. I'll ask that after Troy, whatever he has.
Well, I was just saying that I super am stoked about the undercards, because it's frustrating to some people. I'll give you for an example. I have a horse this season that I was really trying to get enough points to get into the actual VKD. But she missed a couple of races here not too long ago and dropped below the cutoff. And now I don't see where I'm going to get enough points. However, she's still on the board. She's just below the cut line. I will love having the undercard races to where, okay, she didn't make the big one, but she made an undercard. So you still have that to where you don't walk away all dejected thinking that I'm out, my horse sucks, this is terrible. I mean, I'm still running for something. I still have something. I'm not above that line, but I'm still in I would still be in the undercard. I'd love that.
Right.
I absolutely love that idea.
Yeah, and that should keep, the horse that's sitting, 30 to 50 on the leaderboard, that, okay, it's it's out of range. I'm not going to get into the major.
Exactly.
I win the big qualifier at the end. But I still should be, like, I'm still trying to make sure I'm above that. I guess it would be 38 level, because I think there's 18 horses in the undercard. Don't quote me on that. It's another level to strive towards. So all of a sudden, it's not largely the top 30 horses on the leaderboard that are competing and racing to the end. It's the top 65, trying to get it. Because, like, for majors, again, don't quote me, I don't have it in front of me, but I think the undercard is $1,000 worth of crown. Well, depending where crown is at the end of the season, that could actually grow exponentially too, right? Because we set those at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Let me clarify that, because it'll get nitpicked apart. We set those based on basically when I'm in the schedule for the final time before it gets pushed finally. So the ones that are in right now for season 32 are not final. I'll be doing that next week as we sync everything up. But yeah, so once the season starts, and it's there's a lot of, and it's like that with all of them. Now, obviously, the rest are less for undercard amounts, but yeah, that's still a hell of a carrot. I mean, winning that is off top, $450, $500 worth of
I love
crown.
that. I love that.
They're not absolutely worth chasing.
Will the leaderboard be identified for that section that's below the major but still within the undercard range?
Right now, no. It would eventually, I think it will be, but as far as hey Dev, this is what I need you working on, it's not it's not at the top.
No,
of the
That's a
I
good
know.
one though. I like that. I like that.
Well,
Troy.
I mean, just
yeah,
so
no,
you
it's
just
a
so
great
you
question.
know
It's,
that you're
yeah,
just so that you know
it's
you're
a
in
very
the
nice
undercard.
it's a nice to
range.
have. It will certainly not be there initially to start next season. I'll hope that it is as it progresses, but I don't have a definitive answer or timeline as to when.
Okay, we would just have to know that, hey, if you're below the major cut line, the next 18 or whatever the number is are in the running for the undercard. It won't show it, but you just know it.
Yeah. So, and again, so we'll communicate that out there, and then that's certainly something that we want to get added for sure.
Yeah.
Because you're absolutely correct. What happens now is when you get beyond that second week mark, or you're in the third week, and all of a sudden you're below the cut line, and if you start dropping drastically, people just stop running those horses. They stop running them in those races because you're not going to make it. You don't have enough time to get enough points to get above the line, and so they don't run anymore.
Yeah.
Now having the undercards, will there be one undercard for each major? Like, will there be an undercard for the sprint, an undercard for the gallop, an undercard for classic? Okay. All right.
Yep. And that's for majors, high court classic, juvenile series, hell, even the low grade series, same thing. There's an undercard for that too. So they're all structured that way, as we kind of really trying to build a similar structure across a lot of the levels and just trying to make it easier. And obviously it's a change. People, take a little bit to adjust here. But if you're a new player coming in, if they're all structured the same way, it's a lot easier to learn than, I got to run Kingmaker. I got to run grade restricted. I've got this horse I can run in this grade restricted, but I can also do this. So it's kind of doing that. So it's really kind of syncing them up to a similar style so that it's easier to follow. And really, as the horse ages, it kind of naturally builds itself through the buckets: juvenile, majors, high court classic, middle-age madness for 5-year-olds is coming back, and then you're into the senior circuit where you can still try to double dip in a middle-age madness and see if you can compete there. And so it's really just trying to build that structure, that flow for a horse's career that's a little more simplistic and easy to follow as people get into the ecosystem.
Cool. I love it.
Any thoughts about condensing the majors to 1 or 2 days so qualifiers can run to at least Wednesday or Thursday? They're saying racing pretty much dies after Monday, based on what Troy said. They see that they are not going to qualify. The qualifiers came to a stop. There's no more racing. You can't really get into the undercard no more because there's no more major style races, at least under the new format. I guess the old format, there were still some stakes running after the majors closed.
So that's a big part of why we are having the high stakes showdown, where there's still going to be another couple high stakes races for those top horses to get in and run. And those will be 3+. So you could have 3-year-olds in there, 4-year-olds in there. Has there been thought given to it? Yes. I don't know what to add to that. Yeah, it's something discussed. We're not moving to that yet. Okay. But the other wrinkle I will throw in there is, all right, Troy's got a horse that's qualified for the Kentucky Derby, I'll just say.
Yeah.
He ran a high stakes race. I still would kind of like to race this one. I don't think it's a favorite for the Derby, or I got weather rugged or whatever. There's this $40,000 claiming race in the Claim to Fame series sitting here. I might throw this horse in here and, try to win a high pot. And if somebody wants to roll the dice and pay me $40K to have this horse that they can then register in the Kentucky Derby, maybe that's a gameplay option. Maybe it's undercard qualified. Yeah, this one's going to be in the undercard. I'll race it here. If somebody wants to claim it, they can take that free roll spot and roll that dice. With the Claim to Fame running, which we'll segue into next here, there's certainly the opportunity for it to add a very different wrinkle that last week when you have horses that are already qualified for the major or the undercard with, well, let me tempt fate here a little bit. And, if somebody wants to pay me X amount for this horse with that free roll or what they think is under the hood, or, man, it looks like it's peaking right now, or it's just starting to peak. Maybe it's going to dominate as a 4-year-old. It's another wrinkle that I think will come into play in the Claim to Fame series, which Claim to Fame, for people that don't know what the claiming, the leaderboards are gone next season, and there are
Oh
Okay.
no.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Oh no.
This one was getting good, right?
He brought up a hell of an idea, though. I never thought of that. If you have a horse qualified for whatever major, and then they have really
we're going to
large.
see a lot of the S plus horses is
we got them back.
kind of going to dominate that. Oh, did I cut out?
You did, but you're back.
Okay, where did I cut out at? I'll rewind.
I don't know. Now you're like
Claim to
super
Fame.
echoey.
If people don't know about Claim to Fame.
Yeah, so Claim to Fame series is back next season. The open races, no grade restricted, from $1,200 to $40,000 or $40,000 Derby buy-in or claim prices. Sorry, they all give points for a free roll at the end of the season. But yeah, it's another way. I mean, those will really be dominated by S pluses. You might see some SS minuses in there, and you'll see some top end S ones that can compete as well. But each race gives points that accumulate for a free roll at the end of the season. But yeah, it's a different. There's some gameplay options there late in the season, like you said, with horses that have qualified for free rolls and risk levels. Or you watch that Netflix show and you got the Ivaroni there, who he just wants to buy horses that are already in. Well, this kind of adds that wrinkle where it's an option. I mean, like you said, Troy could have a horse that's qualified for the major or for an undercard, and all right, well, if somebody wants to pay me $40K Derby for this and claim it and take that gamble themselves, I'll do that. It's certainly going to add a different element to play it that way. But so that's the difference with the Claim to Fame is the grade restricted ones are gone. There's still the low stakes ones, but they're just 400, 800, 1200.
Okay, what's the free roll purse for the Claim to Fame? Hello?
Yeah, we lost him again.
Sheesh.
But I think I figured out what's going on with the double echo.
I gotta ask him how much it is, because if I have a
there he is, he's back.
Yeah, how much is the Claim to Fame purse for the free roll? Bryce? Take a look here. Hold on.
He was back. Now he's not back.
Yeah, because if
now he's not back. He's gone. And he's gone. I tell you what, though, what I like, and I never thought of it, is the carrot of running in a super high stakes claimer race with a horse that's already qualified for a major. Because now the carrot is out there with somebody thinking about, should I claim this horse because it's already qualified for the VKD or what have you.
To be honest, Troy, if I qualify for the VKD, I'm not entering in a 40K.
I'm probably not either, but there might be some. But
that's not happening at all. I don't care what the weather rug is.
But you know what?
Going.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should have $100,000 Derby claimer race. Would you do it for $100,000 claimer race if you had a contender?
Yeah, 100,000. Yeah, not 40K.
Oh, I don't think I would do it for 40, but maybe for 100 or 80. That's $1,000. If somebody wants to claim a horse for $1,000 right now, or take a shot at getting
I'll go for
4,000 or getting zero.
1,500. I'm putting it out there right now. 1,500. If not, then I'm rolling the dice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I am too. I mean,
with breeding and all that stuff.
did
in
Bryce
the
come back? I see
background, the back end
Bryce.
is crazy.
Okay,
What about
hold
what
on.
about what
Bryce
about
is
for
back.
an undercard?
What do you mean? What about for an undercard? If he's in an
Well, I mean, if you
undercard,
got a
I'm
horse that's
putting him.
undercard,
It depends on how much the claim to fame pot is. How much is it? That's what I was asking.
well, but I think it's $400 whether it's the juvenile series or the 3+ series is the free roll amount. So
So
it's
maximum.
certainly not a huge amount, but I mean, if you got a horse that's lined up to run for $1,000 worth of crown in the undercard, would you
Then
put it in
yeah,
at a
yeah, yeah,
40
yeah.
40K claim?
For
Yeah,
sure,
it's a
for
different way
sure.
to look at it. Or maybe it's week 2 and you got a horse that's just outside the cut line
Mm-hmm.
and you run it in a claim to fame race. And I mean, you can market that as well. Like, hey, this horse is 24th on the leaderboard right now. It's in a 40K claimer. If you want to claim a horse, you can turn around and get into the Kentucky Derby. Here's a chance. Like, there's a lot of ways that people
Mm-hmm.
could play that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I will let you guys know here as well. Ian just dropped his kind of weekly little thread on Twitter there. There's some good stuff you're going to want to go look at and talk about when you're done with me here. So,
Yeah,
Cool,
I'm
cool.
take a look at that as well. Um, let's see here. What was I gonna say? Another question here from what I posted on Discord. Based on what has happened in the last few seasons with a couple of the weather issues, they're citing here a major video didn't load. Will we get a season where majors go off without a hitch? I think you mentioned that there's a weather reveal show, and I think one of the races already has a weather reveal on it. I don't know if that was by
no,
accident.
the one pop as I was syncing things up here, it had the wrong date on it, so it popped something up shortly there. It's been pulled down and pulled off. I mean, and so like I said, it gets re-rolled tomorrow anyway, so it means nothing what was showing on there. So
Okay, so that got taken off.
look, so yeah, the one season the video was delayed 4 minutes. I mean, the rendering process is something that we are looking at in conjunction with the Bet5 Win and stuff like that is a way to do the rendering, because occasionally they just get delayed or propped back or in the process. So that's something that is certainly being looked at. But I mean, I realize that and I'm actually just I'm not gonna say what I want to say there. I'll just pass on that. But
Oh,
yeah, no, we're always trying to make things run smoother and still have fun
uh,
things for the community that we can do live that add to the value.
gotcha. I did want to say, I've been spending a lot of time on Bet by Win. I think it looks great. By the way, I want to commend you guys for doing a great job building it. But I have been noticing that sometimes the video doesn't work on my PFL site, but when I go to Bet by Win, it's perfect. I don't know if you guys have a different setup over there, but in Bet
Well,
by Win,
and
I've never had an issue.
that would just be a caching issue probably on the PFL side, honestly, because if
Yeah. Okay.
it would pop there before anywhere else. But yeah.
Uh, okay. Okay. All right. I don't have any other questions here on the schedule thread that I posted. I do have some questions in here from the audience. What about a best of the rest series? All the qualifiers have points for top four, but best of the rest can be points for fifth through eight. I'm not sure I follow
Say
that
that
one,
again.
but yeah.
Yeah, that didn't register. Say that again.
What about a best of the rest series? All qualifiers have points for top four, but best of the rest can be points for fifth through eighth. You know what I mean? Like, I guess
Absolutely,
that's the under.
absolutely. We have absolutely no interest in rewarding horses for not getting on the podium.
Gotcha, gotcha,
We're not doing something like that.
gotcha.
Yeah,
I
we
guess they were
tried something like
relating
that
it for the
before, and it
undercard.
wasn't a great thing.
Gotcha. Awesome. Any other questions on the kick side, Troy?
Well,
No.
I will ask and answer one that hasn't come up here, because then I do have to go do a family thing. But
Mm-hmm.
as it pertains to the low grade racing, and that all kind of be combined in the low stakes showdown, where S doesn't have its own series, S
Mm-hmm.
plus doesn't have its own series. That comes back to the whole simplifying the thing. The game has the one level, the top, the other level, the rest, and then claimers. Really trying to emphasize that. Um, you know, why horses are limited claim-wise for lower horses to 1.2K and below. The simple answer is, I mean, if you can claim a horse at $1,200 in one of those lower grades that can run allowance and stakes, great. Claim it and run the allowance and stakes, which gets you in the free roll. I mean, that's the whole game within the game there. We are, I don't know what the right word is here, empathetic to those that, the S prices have been higher breeding-wise, the 3K still. I do suspect that goes down next season. I don't know if it'll go all the way down to 1K, but, whatever that goes down to, that's why we still have the S stakes on there, where they can qualify running in those because they were bred at that level. So those are still there for the low stakes low stakes showdown. Eventually those will grandfather out, and it'll be A to S stakes instead of the A minus to S minus that it is right now for the lower ones. So that'll just kind of go, and then that builds in a natural progression as a grade gets left behind in a lot of sense. Like, it'll still give a window where they can all compete at that, the lower buy-ins. People are able to race at that lower levels that they want to, whether that's just budgetary, they like the horses, they're breeding up slowly. There's all sorts of ways, and so there's fewer. Let me say that properly. So if you have a horse, they still have the free roll regardless of their grade. It's just the way that we're restructuring it here, where it's all under one. That free roll you'll be running for at the end of the season is likely to be higher than it has been before, and there's just more horses, which means you're going to have more races filling, that sort of stuff. So it's not. It's really just building the process in. We talked about the big series juvenile 3-4-year-old having some a linear progression kind of through that as you move forward. It's the same thing as you're breeding your horses. It's not segmented through. There's top or bottom. And then if you're not in either of those windows, claim to fame. If you don't have a horse that can compete in those, eventually there's a point where there's just some horses that aren't worth racing. But specifically that lower stakes series there, you're going to have it built in where you've got some S stakes, you got the S minus and below stakes, and then the allowance races give points as well. So less points, but they give points. So it's going to engage all the horses down there that still have that pot to run for at the end of the season. So that's kind of the why and things like that. And I think change, if it directly affects you, people, that's the knee jerk reaction, right? But I think once you get in, the fact that these do have undercards. So let's just quick table math here. I mean, if you got the low stakes series is going to have 3 different races, 3 different archetypes. You're going to have 12 free rolls at the high end. So that's, I'm just going to use 20 because it's easier math, 240 horses there. And then you're also going to have the undercards because they're structured the same kind of way. So there's 480, and then you have the 3+ and the Juvie series. So, I mean, there's still almost 1,000 horses in the lower grades that are going to be running for free roll every season. I mean, there is tons of opportunity there for horses from A plus, S minus to run and have that free roll pot at the end of the season. So I think again, it's always hard to just see the schedule here. Oh, these are the changes, and not see how they kind of work together. But I think people are going to like the way that kind of builds and works on and keeps. If you've got a good horse, you're trying to make that, run the stakes races. Don't just default to the allowance there for your point. Run those stakes races that you can run in. You don't have a horse that can hack it there, run the allowances. Can't hack it there, and run the claimers, see if it can claim. Or watch the claimers and look for somebody running one that, hey, I can claim this for 400 Derby, and this can run profitably in allowances or stakes. And, so you'll be running reverse, dropping from stakes to allowance to claimers, but you'll also be, well, there's a horse I'm going to claim and run up to allowance and stakes. And then the low series, the part that kind of seemed to get gone over a little bit. So you got the juvenile series that it can run in, great. Then you've got the 3+ series, so you can run there at 3, you can run there at 4. That horse is getting a little old. You got middle age madness now too. So there's another, and that's purely an allowance-based series, but there's another stepping stone, I would say largely for the lower grades. You're still not seeing many SS minuses on the track at 5. S pluses, a lot of the top ones, maybe they'll run their 4-year-old season in the high court, but I don't think that many of them will run in the middle age madness. because they'll be breeding, like they've got the breeding value, right? Once they hit 5 or 4, whatever that number the stable determines it is. So that's really another added progression step, I would say, largely within the low races, but not exclusively to them. So I think as people get in and actually get playing this, I think we're going to see some bigger fields. Again, a pretty juicy free roll at the end of the season, the undercard. So, a horse isn't going to race, get 1 point, and then just sit for the month and, I'm in the free roll, or I'm even in the undercard because, somebody could run that last race of the day and get 2 points. Like it's hopefully going to keep horses on the track, and not just on the track, because I don't want to kind of get that misnomer, but on the track where, hey, you can be somewhat successful. I mean, if you're getting points in these races, especially as we kind of get hopefully some fuller fields with the way the schedule is structured, we want these horses on the track, and maybe they're not making, 10,000 Derby in a season, but these lower races, low grade horses that can scratch out a 300 Derby positive season. I mean, that's not bad. Like keep it on the track and try to make that 500 Derby kind of thing. So it's trying to keep those horses on the track, which keeps fill rates up, which lets other horses be tested again as aging kicks in. And, now this horse came out of nowhere and it's starting to compete. Maybe I thought this low grade horse was an allowance racer. It's won its last 2 allowances. Well, I'm going to get more points and get into this free roll, into the main free roll. I'm going to run it stakes. Holy crap. It did great in the stakes. I've got a stakes racer for the next month of aging or whatever it is, right? So really kind of building that game within a game at the lower levels, which I think was lacking, and the claiming and allowance leaderboards were distracting from, I think, in a lot of ways, because you were chasing that kind of side thing, which was giving some inflated value, and a lot of horses would just run in allowances that should be running in stakes. And I think we've all seen that. And then they start running stakes because they can get more points, more money, you get in the main free roll. Well, then you got more horses that can run allowance that were finishing 6th and 7th that are now finishing 2nd and 3rd. And you kind of build that progression in type thing. So it'll be fun to see how it plays out. Is everything going to work perfectly? Of course not. We all know that. But we'll adjust and adapt, whether that's low stakes, high stakes, middle-aged madness. Senior stakes seems to kind of be flowing like it has for a while, so that's good. But yeah, really just kind of building that natural and easy to understand progression, regardless of where you're racing, is kind of what we're trying to get to.
So I have a thought about the undercard races. Instead of, and I don't know, maybe you've already thought this, but instead of having undercard races on the same night as the associated championship race, what about either A, combine all the undercards for all the championship races on a kind of like a Super Sunday the week before, like today, like this Sunday, like if it was today leading up to next week, like today would be a Super Sunday of nothing but undercard races for all the majors, or running those undercard races the week prior, like since the undercard races for third time championship is on, or since the majors for third time championship is on Wednesday, do the undercards Wednesday of week 3, Harbor Classic Thursday of week 3. So you'd have like a week of undercards and then a week of the actual. So we're not like spending the whole dime, whatever you want to call it, on the same night as the actual major.
But then what you have is then it's a whole different series. You can't be shown on the same leaderboard. It's not synchronized. So you're you would be splitting that out more, and then you wouldn't be having those horses race later in the season. So you're gonna have lower pools, and it wouldn't work. I understand the concept, but I like having the undercards. Virtual Kentucky Derby Saturday, I get the 3 undercards. It's like, man, I was so close, but hey, at least I'm on this kind of featured event, and I can and look to that. And I was so close to that, and obviously you kind of build in all the other stuff with that. So, but that's that. But yeah, any last second questions here, because I do got to bounce, guys.
No, that was it. You've been great. Thank you.
No, PGA says I trust you, Bryce. So.
I appreciate that. No, we got the best community in the world, man. It's the passion never is lost on us, whether you're making me want to reach through the screen and throttle you, or the nice messages like that. It's certainly appreciate the community and love doing this. And we'll see what happens moving forward, and we're excited for what next season's going to bring.
Are you off vacation now?
I'm actually up in Alberta now. My brother's getting married next weekend, so we drove 27 hours straight through to get here late last night. So we're here for the week with all the wedding stuff. But I'm still around and working. I'm not taking time off other next Saturday. But I'm working from up in Alberta, where I'm originally from. So we'll be out of the camper here for the next week and a half.
Very nice.
Nice.
All right,
All right, guys. Well, take care. Go check out Ian's thread. There's lots of fun stuff to look at.
So much going on next week. All right. Thank you, Bryce. We'll let you get to family stuff.
Guys. All right. Thanks, guys.
See you, sir.
Bye.
Sir, that was Bryce Sangudo, member of.
It was the Bryce man himself.
Yeah, that was a lot that was going on there.
It was
a lot of good info. We know that Kentucky Oaks is expanding. What else did we find out?
The undercards where you qualify now. If you miss the leaderboard, you're still in. Kinda, sorta.
Yeah. Hopefully
Love
they
it.
implement what you said. Like to identify, because right now, like if you look
Yeah.
at it, you're like, I'm not in it, but then
I'm out.
you
I'm
don't
done.
realize there's an undercard. I make sure to run my little 8 stakes races, whatever, to be in mine. So I'm safe
Right.
this month, but otherwise it's like, and like I said, finding the schedule of next season to download it and stuff like that, it is kind of like a,
It's right here. It's right. I mean, it's right there on the calendar. Download CSV season 31. If you go to season
somebody
32,
that comes in, they usually even ask, "Hey, what season are we on?"
they won't know where it's at.
Yeah,
or even what a CSV file is. All a
won't know.
CSV file is, like I'll download one.
Yeah,
That
it's
people see
literally
what
like
it looks like. Oh, it is. It's an Excel file. It looks like this.
It should be explained so that people can actually navigate it, and even though maybe they're not a spreadsheet warrior or whatever he called it, they can still open up a spreadsheet, and you know what I mean.
Right.
I don't have to be a cook to look at a stove, you know.
Actually, it's not even gonna. It won't let me show it. But all it is it just opens up a CSV file. Is just it's an Excel file, and it's done in Excel, so that way you can search and sort, and you can actually have like AI programs that'll like filter it out for you or what have you. AI is an amazing thing these days.
Yeah, I got
you can
people
do
that help me out
so
with
much.
navigating of the CSV. So
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody has the same resource.
Yeah, it's a lot of. I mean, it's very. It's once you get into it, it's relatively easy built. I just built that. Yeah, PGA and I and Mo are actually busy building in our. We're building stuff in our closets.
Mo building something. I forgot what it was.
We're building stuff. Really cool stuff. So we're making some pretty neat stuff. So the series, this is the week. Do we want to look at top contenders? Is that what we want to do?
Yeah.
Do we got time?
Let's go through real quickly here. And look
Yeah. And then we'll look at top contenders, and then we'll call it. I'm going to get to the VA here shortly because I think I have a hernia that I need to get checked out. So I'm in a little bit of pain right now, but I wanted to do the stream because I committed to it, and I'm kind of person that keeps his commitments. So let's see. So series. So we've got the third time sprint coming up on the 20th. That's in 3 days. Let's take a look at who the qualifiers are, if I can figure out how to get to it now that they changed the page. So we've got the top 3. We'll look at the top 3 of each. So right now, 116 points goes to Stars of Ecstasy, GVG Genetics.
Yep.
Very nice.
He got 2 of the top 3, actually.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah.
He has Star of Ecstasy, and then he has the third one, Invincible Spirit.
He does.
Star of Ecstasy. Not that many stars here. 2, 4, 5, 6 stars, but a great record. Looks to be about 22 podiums out of 35 tries. His last race posted a 87, and that wasn't good enough for first or second. Came up third.
Whew.
uh,
87, and you're denied.
denied with an
You're running
87.
87, and nope, not good enough.
A 90
What?
one from Golden Boot and Secret Comment. So
Whew.
something to look at, and a graded 2. So graded, it's won a graded 2 back in August 12th. It raced against some of the same horses that it just lost to. So it looks like
Damn.
this SS minus is gonna be having his hands full with the competition come race day. But it does have a good shot, obviously being the top contender here based on points.
Man, I'm here to tell you, the right dirt side is freaking crazy competitive. Crazy competitive.
I
And-
seen S Plus for Cold Plunge won last month. Shout out to Cold
Yep.
Plunge on winning his first.
Yeah, he did.
major.
He did it on stream too. We had him join us.
Oh, nice. I gotta catch that one.
It was good. He was in Hawaii, or Kauai, or wherever he called it, and it was beautiful. You could see the palm trees behind him and everything. And yeah, he won it on stream. He had a night where he hit 3 podiums. He got all 3. He got a first, a second, and a third all night. I mean, the dude just, oh my gosh, he made so much bank on that night. It was quite the episode. But so GVG's running, and I mean it's a sprinter, right? I mean look at that, it's above the boxes, and it looks like it can handle the whole gambit, 4, 5, and 6. Once he figured out it was a sprinter, he didn't do anything else. He just stayed right there.
Yeah, why? I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's the game, right? You can't...
Right. Once you dial it in, you're not going to try it at 12.
Yeah.
Let me see what this horse can do at 12.
They're
coming last. Wow, look at these. Look at the ROI on this thing. Man, what a beautiful horse. This thing's already knocked down 1,000 to the good. It's only 3.
It's only 3, and it has this major to go. Can pretty much run in the high court, and if not in the new series that Bryce talked about. So.
Yeah. So Cold Plunge, we were just talking about Cold Plunge. Whoops, that's a stable. Let me get to Cold Plunge. Stars of Ecstasy.
Cold Plunge is equals Noctis.
Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, that's GBG's horse.
Yeah, I know. I thought I just clicked on Equinox. There we go. Cold Plunge. What? 5.5 stars?
Not many stars on these right dirt horses. Now that I'm looking at it.
We don't. You're right. And especially on the SS minuses. Most SS minuses are low on stars. There's a few monster stars ones out there. I mean, I've seen some 8 stars SS minuses or what have you, but the majority of them are around 5, 5.5, maybe 6, 4.5. A lot of them have low stars. And I think I know why. The very first SS minuses that were born in the game were RD, very first ones. And everybody wanted an SS minus, so you had some crossbreeding going on. And whenever you crossbreed, you take a hit on the stars. So I think that because of the crossbreeding, I think it caused a lot of low star SS minuses to be out there in the world. And then you start breeding with them and whatnot, and you still get some low stars until it takes many generations to like bring up it takes a while. Because you end up, I mean, you get the breeding report and your breeding report shows 0 to 2.5. You know, it's like in where are you going to land at? One, a half, whatever. Unless you get really lucky and you max out. But I think that's the reason why we see a lot of low star SS minuses, because of that. But yeah, but this horse, 194,000 Derby. The last race, it came in fourth with an 85. That here it came in first with an 88. It also is a sprinter, but now something I'm noticing, it's a sprinter, but it likes yielding. I mean, it did come in. So here's the thing. My thought on that is it's like in yielding because it's an SS minus and it's got low stars. You know what I'm saying? If it because this is a low star firm, it's going to do better in yielding than it's going to on a 20 or 40, a 0 or 20 track because it's only got 1 star.
I don't think this horse has enough heart to win this race.
No.
It has performed sometimes under the 16 entrant condition when it was a juvie, but that was early on, and probably none of the horses have hit that peak age. After that, 10 out of 12 in a Kingmaker, 7 out of 10 in a Summer Stakes, 8th out of 11th in a Blizzards Stakes, in a Blizzards Canner Stakes, 18 out of 18 in the Juvenile Royal Dynasty, so got last there, 5th out of 12, 11 out of 14. I'm just going through all the races that it has with a lot of entrants. 8th out of 10th and degraded to the road 3rd time. It did get a 1st out of 10 and a 4 furlong, but 4th out of 10 in its most recent one. So fortunately, I don't think it has enough heart. It hasn't shown it in at least the grade 2s or grade 3s that it has raced in. It has raced in a few of them to be able to show that, but just don't think it has flashed it. So it's up there in points, but I just don't. Probably not gonna be on my ticket come race day. But knowing Cold Plunge and knowing the heater that he's on, he'll probably hit this one. So
he is on a heater, that is for sure.
Yep.
So then the round out the top 3, we got Invincible Spirit. Whoa, that's a pretty horse. That's a pretty horse. 7.5 stars. SS minus 7.5 stars.
Back to an Invincible Spirit from GBG. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. Again, it all depends on the weather too. At the end of the day, we haven't seen
it
what
does.
it's gonna be.
If it comes firm, it'll. If it comes fat, that'll really do good for it. Again, because it's an SS minus, it's doing better in yielding.
Yeah, I don't think this horse, again, grade 2s has been 9 out of 13. It did get a 2nd out of 11. Who got first that race was the Giver. I wonder what the Giver is doing in this. Hold on. The Giver. Giver has 36 points and is the. He's in the cut line. That may be a very dangerous horse, the Giver. Hasn't performed well in a lot of the races, but he likes these 11 horse fields. Has won 2 of them recently here, so somebody to look out for if in case
the Giver.
The Giver.
The Giver.
Yeah. From running backward, which running backward is also starting to put some majors here. He got one last month as well. So, but yeah, Invincible Spirit looks pretty good. Just I value a lot the amount of times it's ran against a large field, and when it does, it doesn't seem to perform its best. Especially when I see the 3 graded 2s that are raced back to back to back. It just 5th, 7th, and 4th out of 14, 11, and 10th entrants can't get behind that right now. Unless it puts up a good premier run, I won't be able to back Invincible Spirit either. So I'm probably gonna be looking at something other than the top three.
Well, Stars of Ecstasy, I think, has a shot.
Yeah.
I like Stars of Ecstasy.
Let's see. I mean,
Yeah,
they're the
I
top
mean, I
horses,
do.
so
I do like Stars of Ecstasy. I mean,
yeah.
let's see. This is going to be a 5 furlong race, right? So
Yeah, no, it's one in big fields.
I'm just trying to see the 5 furlong races. It hasn't. Oh, here's 5 for it. It hasn't really ran at 5 furlongs.
Yeah,
6,
no.
4, 4, 6, 4, 6, 6, 4, 4, 6,
Yeah.
4, 6, 4, 6. It's weird that it's avoiding 5. Why? I mean, 5 is the distance of this series, right? I mean, yeah, it's going to be 5. So why is he not
Because he has
seeing what he's got at 5?
Because the times that he ran, he got 7 out of 10th as a juvie, 7 out of 13th as a juvie. He ran at 5 again. Let me see, when was it?
Yeah, look at this. Look at this right here. it's like he's avoiding 5 like the plague. He's like, nah, hell no, I ain't running 5.
Some horses like 4 and 6 and not 5. Some horses like only 5. But the only time that he came in, it looks like 2 times, and a graded 3 as a juvie, a kingmaker, and a maiden came in 3rd as well, but hasn't cracked 2nd or 1st in any of these big fields.
That's crazy.
At 5.
That's crazy that it's. I mean, I would not have expected a chart like that. I would not have expected like really good at 4, really good at 6, but does nothing at 5. And I mean, is it simply because he just hasn't attempted 5?
I mean, he has attempted 5. He has 3, 4, I think 5 times, 5 or 6 times. Yep.
That's just so weird.
5 times he has attempted 5 furlongs. Yep.
That's just so weird.
Yeah, he just hasn't done well in it, so I think he's just keeping away. I mean, it's GVG. He probably knows something that we don't. So,
you know, GVG is a real horseman in real life. You know that, right?
Yeah. I follow his Twitter.
He's a real horse dude. Yes, sir. He is. GVG he's a real one. He is a IRL horse dude. So okay, so the top 3, we're saying nada, I guess, right? That's the sprint. I guess we'll just look at 3rd time today, and then maybe we'll do another stream and look at another one.
Sure.
All right, so the top 3 in the Gallop, we got Sun in Miami. Are you familiar with the Sun in Miami stable?
Sun in Miami, I just seen him somewhere. I forgot where it was. I know they posted, I think in the Discord or in X, and I seen their post about their horse.
They have a monstrous lead in qualifying points on the rest of the field.
Look at the stars on that horse. 8.5. 8.5. So that's probably the sauce, you know. And he's good at 6, so that's the crazy part.
God.
He's good at 6.
Oh my God! Look at that horse. It's a girl, also.
Yeah, he hit pretty good on this one.
You
Especially
think?
coming from 2S pluses, so.
Oh my God!
The wicks on this one pretty hard.
8.5 star female SS minus. That horse will put that stable totally on the map. My God, look at that thing. He's got 53 horses.
Yeah, this is the favorite. Like, if you pick against
holy hell. Look at this one. This dude's got some crazy good looking horses.
just joined.
7.5 stars. SS minus
This is
girl.
Miami Nation. This is not Sun in Miami. This is Miami Nation. He's been here. It's like another stable for Miami Nation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, gotta be. You got the Miami Nation on.
Oh, yeah. My God.
So it's not a new player. It's Miami Nation.
It looks like a new player that joined 7/14/25.
Yeah.
He just made a new stable.
Yeah, he's got the same silks and everything. It says Miami Nation.
These horses, he just put his best of his best in the stable, I guess, is what he did. Look at the stars on all these horses as you scroll through. He just put his top horses in here.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, it's like in my dream I would have a horse that looks like this. SS minus girl, 7.5. SS minus girl, 8.5.
Yeah. See, he created a.
Whew.
Yeah, this is Miami Nation's
That was another roll up.
RD.
Mycelium was a roll up. S plus to SS minus and hit hard on the stars.
And that was kind of like the thing that was being talked about early on. Like if and I know I forgot who it was. Who likes? I forgot who always says I like the jumps. Is it you? When they jump the grade?
I don't know because I like the roll up in stars. Like if I breed a 6.5 star horse with a 7.5 star horse and it rolls up to 8 or 8.5, where it rolls up like a half a star or a full star. I like those because typically when you roll up in stars, you've got something crazy good under the hood. Like really good, like just super terrific good. Roll up in stars is just awesome. I always look for roll up in star horses. Yeah, so this one went 7.5. Dad has got 7. Mom has got 8. So it wasn't a roll up. I mean, Mom's got 8.
Yeah, it was a roll up, 8.5. 8 to 8.5.
This one's 7. This one's 7.5. Mycelium. We looking at the right same one?
Anita Diva.
No, I'm looking at that was Mycelium. Anita Diva
went up.
Was a 5, 6, 7, and 7. Yeah, Anita Diva was a roll up. Anita Diva rolled up a full star, 1 full star.
Yeah.
I've never seen him roll up more than 1 full star. I've seen him roll up a half, and I've seen him roll up a full, but I've never seen a horse roll up like 1.5 or 2.
Like at a total or at a 1?
Total.
Total. Oh.
Yeah. So, like Anita rolled up 1 full star because it's 8.5. Dad had 7, and Mom had 7.5. So the highest was 7.5, and it came 8.5. So that was a full star. She's got something really good, and it's showing because she's winning. I mean, she's like the top contender. Came from Gramps and Sun in Miami. So Sun in Miami bred with Gramps. You know, you look at the subgrades though, SS minus, SS minus. So this horse was a +1, a +2.
I have one that rolled up a star. Yeah, it's common. I mean, it's common. Look at the horse called Mackinnon. M-A-Q.
Rolled up a star and a half?
Yeah, the Pops is Sorp, which is 4 star.
What's the name of the horse?
MAQUININ.
So let's see. So it came 6. Zorp has got 4. And this one's got 4. Wow, it did. I've never seen that. I've never seen anything above a 1-star roll up.
Yeah, this one rolled up pretty good. 1.5.
And you're running it. And it's 1-2. And it's an S plus on LDF, which is really nice. And it's a
Yeah,
girl. It's a girl, which makes it even nicer.
yeah, it's a breeding piece for me for sure, based on
Heck
what you
yeah.
said, the roll up. Something I've been working on for a while. So it's finally coming together a little bit, little by little. So
Zorp's a good hit.
yeah,
Zorp. I mean, I don't know about the temper, maybe stamina, but you're running this at what? You're running it at 7 and 8. So okay.
yeah, I'm probably gonna drift back down a little bit because it has been underperforming. I don't know. It was getting good morning lines early, but then it just started like tailing off for some reason. But yeah, Sorb I think has a winning bloodline, uh, and I think sort of Demacles, one of the best sold out studs in quite a few seasons. It has a whole bunch of progeny that has performed very well on the track. Um,
Can.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
can in the blood too
yeah, so
with
Sorb is
Zorp.
a special horse for PFL because it has produced a lot of good progeny that also has produced even better progeny at the end. So um, shout out to Bite for sniping that for sure.
Oh yeah, Viper did buy Zorp, didn't he?
Yeah, so
I remember when he did that. Yeah, he bought that. Yeah, a while ago. Let's see.
yeah, Sorp is
When
the
did he?
data of Ready for the Money. Ready for the Money is an SS minus that just sold out. Neither World is a mare that has produced. If you look at that, mare has produced Belgian Blonde, which Belgian Blonde is participating in the Kentucky Derby. She's let's see what she is here. She's got some points there. I seen her. It's an SS minus, and it has 113 points in the Kentucky Derby. So she's the third horse in the Kentucky Derby contenders list. I guess it all ties back in to what I'm saying. So, yeah, Sorb has a winning bloodline, and I think I was a little bit lucky to get that roll up of 1.5.
Dude, what kind of snipe was that from Viper?
Yeah, I mean the sad part about it is if you look, it hasn't been used as I think it should be used the last few seasons. I know I've talked with Viper a lot about Sorb and what I think it has or whatever. Um, and I just think it's been underused to be honest, because people can still make stuff that can sell out. There's literally horses selling out. There's literally horses going to the Kentucky Derby. You know what I mean? Come from that bloodline. So
So he sniped it for 39, and he's got back 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, well, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. He's gotten back 20 of 30. He's gotten back half his money. So he bought it for $500. He's got 250 back. He's only out 250 on a really nice SS minus piece for his stable where he can in-house breed it, right? I mean,
yeah,
he's
he's
bred it in-house. So he's out 250. He can breed in-house, which is going to sit that's worth money, breeding in-house. So really on all these that are saying, hey, you can say that's worth 2,000 a piece also. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So he's gotten back 38 of 39. He's gotten all his money back because if he didn't have it to breed in house, he would have paid somebody to breed with, which saved him the money. So it's the same thing as making the money. So he's totally even on this horse.
yeah, no, and the horse spits out even though they may have low stars, it still spits out horses that will produce great running offspring. Like I said, the it produced Neither World. Neither World went to Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla and Neither World made Belgian Blonde, which is sitting third in the Kentucky Derby qualifiers this month already. So
Yeah,
it's a nice one. So
it is.
I got one I sniped I guess Beetlejuice was selling one, and I sniped one. So I have one of neither world's kids too. So I'm all in on
Really?
Sorb. I'm all in on Sorb, and I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing regardless. Like just lean on a bloodline and just try to keep developing that at this point.
Yeah.
At the top, at the bottom, it doesn't make sense for me to take a A plus and try to build it out. But an S
Right.
plus or an SS minus, like I could take my time and just,
Right.
you know, who
So
cares?
Amita Diva looks like pretty much the strongest contender probably in the field right now. We got Big Wick Energy looking in second. Big Wick Energy did peel off a win with an 88 right here in the yielding track. But again, yielding SS minus. SS minuses do so well on yielding because it takes away the condition factor.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Moon Ranch, dog.
Yeah, it is Moon Ranch, ain't it?
Yup.
Um,
He loves this horse. This is baby right here.
yeah. Well, we are in the middle distance, aren't we? So we're looking at an 8 furlong championship race, and this is where it's sitting.
Yeah,
It
that's
is
good
a
at
little,
8. That's okay. I just
yeah.
again, when I look at these races, I want to see some performances at least in the bigger fields. Not that it's gonna win or anything, but it just gives me like a sign that hey, this horse may perform well here in the future.
Because you know it's going to be a big field.
Yeah,
It's going to be 20. It's going to be 20 horses, guaranteed. Absolutely,
yeah.
no
So I'm
doubt
looking
about
at
it.
anything above 12, and I don't think it's, I don't think it has cracked anything in the top 5 and anything beyond 12 entrants. It did good in a 11 entrant
It did
field.
right here,
But other than
84.
that, if it goes beyond 12, this horse, other than a Juvie Stakes race at the beginning of his lifetime, hasn't done anything.
Yeah. And let's see, rounding out the top 3 is Dane St. Clair.
Golden Boot. Golden Boot, I think, has the 4th contender in the sprint, and then here he has the 3rd contender, 3rd top contender. So he's sitting pretty. The cat per seat.
And here he came in 5th out of 6. 2 out of 7. I'm not seeing well, here's a qualifier win right here out of 5.
Yeah, it's that he won. He got 2nd in the premiere, so that helped him out a lot too. First race of its 3-year-old season. They got a
Oh,
2nd
really?
in a premiere with a 74. I don't think this
Whew.
horse does much, fortunately.
Oh, because it came sloppy.
Yeah, so nobody wanted to race in it, took advantage of it, and look, he ended up.
Yeah, only 5 horses in it.
Yep, he did the premiere like that, and then he went into a graded like that. A grade 2, only 5 people went in it.
You know, I try to find races like that. Every once in a while, I'll look and see, is there something out there that's got like a whole bunch, that's got like real low entrance where I can like snipe some points real quick,
Yeah.
for the leaderboard. I look for that.
Yes.
I love them 4-horse races because no matter what, you're getting something in points. No matter what, you might not
Yeah.
get your money back, but you're getting points.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a good horse, why not? I'm a little bit more leery of them, but I can see an angle where people play it and it looks like Golden Boot played it to the T, so it worked out for him.
Oh yeah.
So it just depends on your budget.
So he's in.
He's in.
All
I'm
right.
not picking it though. That's not my pick.
So that's the gallop. All right, and then here's the championship for 3rd time, and then we'll wrap it up. So 148 points goes to Majesto Racing. Star squared, huh?
See.
First out of 13 right there. That's
big.
that's speaking something here. And then 2nd out of 6 with an 87.
This horse is good.
First out of 7.
First out
First
of
out of
15,
8.
First out of 10. First out of 11. Yeah, this horse is pretty good. It's consistent enough that I don't have to see that many. I can see 2 or 3, and I'm like, okay, it could pop off. It's not a guarantee.
Whew! This thing's knocked down almost $2,000.
Yeah, it's putting in some work.
Damn.
Putting in some work.
15 out of 37 races at won.
There's nothing you can knock about this horse at this time.
My
The way
God.
it's nothing at all. I mean, he just got to enter it and hope for the best.
Look at that freaking ROI line.
It's gone.
But again, a lot of it's yielding.
Yeah. Yeah, but at this point with this horse, it's so good that I wouldn't even.
That's all yielding.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't even care, and even if it's soft or I don't care. I have to if I was a betting man, I would have to include this in my ticket no matter what. Just
Yeah, I think so too.
it might go off as the favorite, so it might not have that much value, but that may be something
Well,
I need to cover my,
yeah, I mean, it might not have much value in a straight bet, but once OTB goes and you start getting them exactas and trifectas, it'll have value, in those because you can key it, right? You'll key it on top or whatever, I mean, like in a trifecta. So that's really, I think, where horses like this will really work out well at is when OTB kicks off. You're right. Straight up bet on race day, you're probably going to get 2-1. If that, I mean, if you're lucky, you're probably not going to get squat. But I'm excited for the OTB. Bet Vibe to go with exotics. That'll be good. But look at this horse. It's like anything above 8, and it's printing money.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's
the type of horse that will sell out in the stud barn based on its record and probably its reveal, just performance alone.
It is a boy horse, ain't it? Wow, Modesto doesn't really have a whole lot of horses. He's sitting at 62, but what he's got is really good. Look at all them SS minuses, and look at the stars on the SS minuses.
Yeah, it looks like he's been building up pretty nicely, slow but steady.
He has. Wow.
So with the feel of the game, like people can breed whatever they want at the top, but it just feels like there's something in there that's limiting the game from going. There's no way that I can see an S minus with an S plus making an SS minus.
No.
But I don't see an SS minus and an SS minus making an SS plus. You know what I mean? Or
no.
SS as often as I've seen the other example.
Right.
So there's something going on there, especially in LT that you could still win with an S probably. Definitely
with an S,
plus,
you think?
You could still win with an S.
Like LTF.
Like you could win an LT with a LD. You know what I mean?
Oh, you can.
You can.
You can.
Yeah. There's people.
Yes, you can.
Dryny Park is crazy doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can.
All the time. He's a good player, and he takes advantage of some of the good strategies that are available for him. So
we got Wolof the Bandito coming in with a strong second in points at 131. Hillside Select.
S plus, the first S plus we see.
It is
8 stars. I like this horse a lot.
It is
very consistent. Second in a graded 1 Juvie Kingmaker when they raced there at the end of the season. Didn't go into the premiere. I would have liked for him to have a little bit more conviction in this horse since it did really good in that juvenile Kingmaker. But he didn't put it into the premiere.
I'm liking this chart.
Which one? Yeah.
What I'm seeing here, I'm liking.
Yeah, and this is for people that like, oh, is my horse fast or not? If your horse don't look like this, normally it's probably not going to be at the top. You know what I mean?
Right. This is good. This is really good.
Yeah.
I mean, and this isn't yielding. Now, this is actual good and fast track. I clicked off yielding. This is a good horse.
Yeah,
this is a very
nice
nice horse.
Bryce, like if let's say this horse ends up winning, you can tell a new player, hey, last year this is the type of horse that won. You can see that this horse had no dots underneath. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
that could be said. That's not something the team. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
you
Like,
mean underneath the line?
yeah, like you can see
Yeah.
he would perform well above his average. Like you can say that. It's already there. There's nothing
Right.
that you're uncovering. Is you're just telling people, hey, look, this is an example of somebody that looks fast. You
Yeah,
want to see an
absolutely.
example of a horse that did not perform good during that season? There is one. Go to Puerto Rico stables, click on any horse, season whatever
Any
show.
horse.
Yeah,
It's just anyone, any random horse.
yeah, that's it.
You can do same thing holds true with mine. You just click on any of mine and you'll see the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
shit.
yeah. So
Um, I mean, if people are watching and they don't understand, so what these boxes are, this is really only a speed chart. However, I use this chart a lot. Um, and what it is it's your grade, right? So it's S plus horses at the distance, 4 to 12. The very top of the wick is the very fastest horse in the entire game of that grade, of that distance, of that arch type.
ever.
The bottom of the wick is the very worst horse of that grade, of that arch type at that distance.
Ever.
You want to be the top guy. You don't want to be the bottom guy. You don't want to be down here. You want to be up here. The box is the average and the line is the median, I believe is how it's figured out. So the box is the average. So most horses land within the box, and the median is right around the line. So if you're in the box above the line, that's where you want to be, but you really want to be above the box and closer to the wick. Just like these right here. These are above the box, above the box, above the box, but certainly they're all above the line except for it does have this one sloppy that's below the line, but that's simply because it ran in the slop and it is clearly a firm horse. So that's the only reason why it's below the line, because it's not a sloppy horse. But it did run soft right here. And it did run soft right here. So, I mean, this horse, which is good, because if it gets weather rugged and it comes soft or whatnot, it still has a shot, because it has shown it's above the line on those, especially at 10, which is where it's going to be at in that race. So I'm with you. I like this horse.
Yeah,
I like
this
Hills.
horse a lot.
I do too. It's 20 out of 31.
I like it a lot. If you want to go to like in that same list, there's a horse called I believe is Virtual Reality, just so you can show people like what a comparison of what we're talking about the dots. Actually, go to the one that says Spiritual Flight, right underneath it, 2 spots down. Believe they have I think they have like 4 or 5 points. Yeah, 2 points. Go to the 2 point section. Go down.
Oh, it's only got 2 points?
Yeah, I just want to show the difference
Oh.
in what a good one is and what
Virtual realities, that's what you
Two.
want? Or
I
spiritual
want
flight?
spiritual flight from Golden Boot.
There you go.
From Golden
And-
Boot, spiritual flight. Yeah. So if you go to charts, look at that one. It's like averaging in the middle of the 11th. Hasn't even raced in 10, but you could already see compared to the other one is it's lightly raced, and it probably likes a little bit longer based on the times that you see there. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they didn't continue after it had an outing and they were done. That's kind of like mine. I have a horse, Make It Rain, that was, and this is why I'm happy with the undercards that they're fixing to do, because this has happened to me now 2 seasons in a row, where I had a horse, like last season, I had 2 horses that woke up in week 2 or maybe it was week 3. So I started putting them in qualifiers, but the problem was I was so far behind in points I could never catch up. Even though they started knocking down points, they got on the board, they just didn't get above the cut line.
Mhm.
So that was discouraging to me. This season, I had the same thing that was discouraging to me. Because I had this horse. Was it? I think it was her. Yeah. So I had this horse where she started getting some points. She got 20 points, right? In the Road to Kentucky Derby.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem was is she was doing decent here. She got points here, she got points here, she got points here, she got points here. So she got she broke her maiden.
How many you ran?
What's that?
How many have you ran?
In the Derby qualifier?
Yeah.
I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
You're in the undercard then.
No.
Yeah.
Undercards don't count for this season. It's next season.
There is an undercard this season.
Are you sure?
There should be an undercard this season. Yeah.
I thought he said next season is when those started.
There's an undercard this season, but the undercard this season you gotta have 8 stakes races, or grade 2 or grade 3 total, in order to qualify for the undercard. So next.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So next season, he's gonna implement where you don't have to do 8 races. It's just gonna be based on the amount of points you got. So even let's say you did 2 races and you won both of them, but then you had an emergency, you couldn't come back to the game. You came back last week and you're like, oh, I got 20 points. I didn't get my 8 races. I'm still gonna be able to qualify because I'm still below that cut line and within that 20 range below that cut line, right? So it's you can still qualify or whatever. I just took away a spot from somebody else by telling you this, but yeah, you can put your horse in because you have 8 stakes races in. So anybody below the cut line right there that has 8 stake races will be with you in the undercard. And I'll show you the undercard right now. I'll send it to your thing. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Because this horse was doing good up until like the last 3 races or 2 races, and I'm like, okay, I'm done throwing Derby away.
And left dirt, you said?
Yeah.
Left dirt.
And it started falling behind in the points. I mean, I'm 17 points behind now. It'll never, it can't make it. There's only 4 qualifiers left.
Yeah,
it's
you're
done.
Good, you're good. I got you. Watch this. Go ahead and go to your DM and click open that real quick.
What's the name of the race?
The name of the race is the Cumberland Run. Cumberland Run. That's another thing that I wanted to talk to them about. The naming of these races. Like
the Cumber?
No. It's Cumberland. Just Cumberland. Cumberland.
How do you spell it?
Cumberland. It's not the Cumberland. It's just Cumberland.
Oh.
Yeah.
This one.
Boom. So that one is actually already ready for entry, if you see it. So you could actually enter your horse already. But this is the one that you will enter, and you can see it says on the top under the forecast, various 8 season 31. You see how you have to, if you click on it, it tells you must have entered at least 8 season 31 G1, G2, G3, or stakes races. So he's changing that to just based on the leaderboard cut line or after the cut line, whatever.
But I can't enter it yet. It doesn't start for 6 days. It's not entries aren't open yet.
Yeah, no, but you'll be able to enter once it does open though. When you said you didn't have anywhere to go or next month, this is where you need to go this month.
And it pays strictly Crown.
Yeah. So last month, I guess we're gonna get into this. There's also a 4-year-old one. I don't know if you knew that. A 4 or 5-year-old one.
I did not.
4 and 5-year-old one. And last month, I think it was Driney and Trawlers raced all of them pretty much by themselves almost. So they took all that crown. I don't know how much they made in crown that day, but they made a bunch. So I'm gonna just put it out here. Yes, I'm gonna I'll pull it up right now. Sorry, Dryny. The gig is up. The jig is up. We're exposing these people today.
You have been exposed.
Yeah, nah, because, stuff happens. Wooty, wooty, woo.
Uh,
Gotta find it.
so
But
you're
yeah.
saying that you feel fine, you're not ready to jump out of building or anything like that, just in case we read about you in the news or
Yeah,
whatever.
nah. Yeah.
So if they they put a hit on you or something like that.
I'm fine, and anything happens, you know where to who to find, who to go get at this point. Hold on. Juiced. Where's Juiced at? Juiced. All right. Hold on. Let me find it here. Hold on. It was like a whole bunch of them, and 4-year-old plus. Look at it right here. I'm
What's the name?
gonna send you the link for it because
Okay.
you have to
All right.
filter and then change the thing. But there's one. Go to the other one. That was the jewel crown.
I see that.
See that? Look at how many people were
There
in
was
it.
only 4 horses in that race.
Yeah. Check the other one. Yeah. Check the other one.
And Dine Park had 2 of them.
Yeah.
And Trawlers had 2 of them.
Yeah. Bro, he's a smooth operator, bro.
Dude.
Bro. Look at all
And
the
the
races.
Trawlers
send you
made
all the races.
4,000 crown, that's $400, right?
Look how there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those races. I think Dryny Park was in all of them, if I'm not mistaken. And they were all like 4. I'll tell you the amount: 5 out of 20, 7 out of 20, 4 out of 20, 5 out of 20, 7 out of 20, 4 out of 20, 4 out of 20, 8 out of 20. So all the crown that was supposed to be given, whoop, it went to all
Damn.
those players. So it was a free roll that it wasn't even full, half full.
That was nuts.
Forget full, half full. He made
That was
bank.
like a Christmas present.
Yeah, but
I mean,
that's the
it's
thing that
like-
I'm trying to tell Bryce. Like, we don't know. Like, I didn't even know this till it started happening. I'm like, what?
I didn't know about this either.
Yeah, and I don't. There's not.
I saw
Yeah.
I saw this little emblem like this, right? This placeholder, the little photo finish symbol.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that and I thought, well, maybe it was like a thing where the actual whatever banner didn't appear, right? I saw this as the banner. And that's here, this. Now that you can see my cursor, I saw this as the banner. And I was like, well, maybe it just didn't show up. But I saw a whole bunch of these races.
Mm-hmm. So they got some for 3-year-olds, for 4-year-olds, and the 4-year-olds, since everybody was retiring, and Dryny is a hack. It's a cheat code over here. He runs so many horses that he took advantage of this, all within the rules that nobody even knew about because nobody looked at the schedule like that, or it wasn't really announced like that. I don't know. It was for it to be a free roll and not be even half full. I mean,
That's crazy.
it's crazy. It's crazy. And shout out to
All
him,
right.
but it's like, yep.
I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off here because my pain is like getting worse and worse by the minute.
Take care, bro.
So I got to get to the VA and get looked at. I don't know what's going on, but yeah.
Take care.
So,
boy.
hey, we're gonna have to do stream again. Gunner is ending his streaming career here this week coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing a lot of streams with Gunner, but maybe you and I can team up. I enjoy streaming with you. So yeah, so let's look at doing some streams together in the future.
For sure. I'm always on. I'm gonna be on applying a lot of pressure on everybody's neck this month, whatever we got left. So, yeah, let's just stay connected, my boy. Thank you, and I hope you get better. All right.
Yep, let's do it. All right. I appreciate everybody. Yes, Lacey. As soon as I shut off my computer, I am in the car traveling to the VA because I don't know what's going on, but it's not good because it's just getting very painful. So we'll see. All right. So everybody have a great week. If you're in the championship races, good luck. Puerto Rico, you got anything you want to say as we
Nah, bro.
end?
Just take care. Make sure you take care of yourself. PFL could wait. Talk about
Yeah.
your health right now.
Well, I'll
Appreciate
still
you
take my
taking the time.
laptop with me in case I get admitted. Got my laptop with me. So,
Yeah.
all right, everybody. All right, PGA, Lacey, everybody else who came by. So glad that you came by. It's championship week. Hey.